Hey, what's up everyone? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video we are looking at the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange. People have been talking about Doctor Strange a lot lately because of the upcoming movie, and somebody asked me to review the figure, so I thought I would. Now this is one of those figures where it's kind of good and then it's kind of crappy at the same time, so I'm gonna let you guys decide whether or not you like it or not, or whether or not you like it, but it's got some good things and some bad things for sure. First thing is, if you like big rubber capes, this guy has plenty of big rubber cape. It's huge. The figure stands about 6 inches tall, and the cape is about 6 inches tall, and it's really bulky. There's 3 parts to it. They're really soft and flexible, so you could technically pose him with it, but it's really heavy. It's as heavy as the figure, if not heavier, so it's going to be a little tricky to pose him effectively with this. It is sculpted well. You can see lots of nice folds and wrinkles and things. Paint job, not good. There's sloppy yellow all over. The gloss, or the yellow is glossy, and then the shading is just really junky. On the yellow at least. The red shading isn't horrible, except for the fact that it's really dark in some places. And then, again, you can see the yellow is just really crappy. So, it's good sculpt, but it's really heavy, and the paint job not so great. The figure itself, I really like the head sculpt. I think that looks great. They did a good job with that. It's painted well, and they just got the likeness down, I think. The entire body is a unique sculpt, for the top of the body anyway. It's all cloth looking, which is good. It's got this part sculpted, which is good. Paint is really horrible again. It looks like it was gonna be alright with some black shading and stuff, but there's yellow all over it, and then there's black splotches all over it. Just doesn't look that great. As far as head articulation goes, we have the hinge, so that's fine. We have the swivel, so that's okay. We have some kind of butterfly joint in here. It works okay on this side. I don't know why they bothered to do it though. It doesn't really accomplish much. And this side doesn't work very much at all. So that's a little odd. We do have a standard ball hinge with a bicep swivel, so that's okay. Double jointed elbow, which works well enough. It's not great, but it is there. We have a wrist swivel that's hidden nicely, so that's good. The paint job on the spots is surprisingly well done, so that's good. He has Spider-Man hands. I'm not sure why. No, of course, I'm only kidding. That's how he does his magic, if you guys aren't familiar with the characters. He makes Spider-Man hands to do the magic because he's a really big Spider-Man fan, believe it or not. That's how that came about. Anyway, the gloves are sculpted really well, so that's good. Nice wrinkles. The fingers and hands actually look pretty good. I wish we had some good Spider-Man hands that were nice like that. Unfortunately, they put the hinge in there, but just like on other Spider-Man type hands that are hinged, they're only good in one pose really, so I don't know why that finger hinge is there. This hinge is kind of nice, but that's still kind of a strange extra joint for those fingers, but it doesn't hurt the figure like it does on some others. The hinge is really well hidden, so that's good. That's okay. No torso articulation other than a waist twist. Mine won't move. Maybe the person I bought it from glued it. I don't know. I'm not really concerned because I'm not going to pose him that much anyway. The skirt is soft material. This is soft material, so they won't impede the articulation too much, but it's still kind of thick, so you're going to have some trouble bringing the legs up and to the side if you want to put him in a more dynamic pose. He has a standard T-joint with a ball hinge and a thigh swivel built in, but it's still pretty limiting because even though it's soft, it's so thick. So, it's one of those figures where they were kind of learning what worked and what didn't, so yeah, it didn't work that well. Double jointed knee. This looks a lot like the Angel legs or Iceman. I'm not sure which one offhand, but that's what it looks like to me. So it might be. Anyway, double jointed knee, shin swivel. You can see lots of yellow paint on the legs, unfortunately. Ankle hinge works really well. No ankle rocker. Toe hinge. So, I mean, technically the figure's all there. It's got what it needs, but it just doesn't quite do it for me. It'll look fine on a shelf. Again, that cape is just really bulky. It looks like a cape for a 7-inch figure. I know it's supposed to be big, but it doesn't quite work on this figure. So you're going to end up having him posed with a really goofy pose probably, and it looks like he's just got a tent draped over him. So it's a little unfortunate that a somewhat decent figure, almost a good figure, is pretty limited by its accessory type cape thing. So it can be good, it can be bad. It's like I said, it's really going to be up to you. Hopefully they give us a new one that's a little more practical, but we'll see about that. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.